Morning. Saturday morning here. I'm declaring today a pyjama day. I have the house to myself, apart from my dog who's itching to go for a walk, but it's raining and I'm making up the rules. Lily! Hop down. Lily, hop down. Of course she wants to jump on me as soon as I hit live, right? She must have realised I was talking about her. I'm declaring today pyjama day because I have the house to myself and I have a ton of stuff I wanted to get done for me. Creative work, fun things I'm working on in the business. And yeah, there is a ton of household chores waiting for me today, but I have the house to myself and this is rare that I have a weekend to myself where I can sit down and just do things that I want to do without the constant interruption of family members that I adore. But how cool is it that I get to sit here in my house on a Saturday without anyone else needing me or wanting me in my pyjamas and doing the work that I want to do? It's pretty awesome. So my reminder to you is that remember, you make up the rules and it's okay to be you. When you are creating whatever it is you want to create, remember to put plenty of you in it. What I have found recently is the more I inject more of Tash into things, my own sense of humour, my thoughts, my ideas, my perspective, the more successful they are. And I think it's pretty true for you too. But what happens is we try and filter ourselves down. We try and look the part. 12 months ago, I probably would never have sat here on pyjamas and done a Facebook Live. I really don't care anymore because I want you to know that what you see is what you get with me. And I have spent years trying to peel back those layers of that corporate identity that I held onto for so long and just figure out who I am. And I think we all need to do that. It's funny, as we get older, we start to give less shits about what everyone else thinks. Well, I hope we do. I hope we've realised that it really is, I really should have got a tripod because my arm's getting tired. It really is up to us to show up as who we really are. It's up to us to set the boundaries and the guidelines and the rules and whatever it is that makes us feel great. Because when we're feeling great, when we are being more of who we are, we're going to show up better for everyone. We're going to show up better for ourselves, for our clients, for our family, for our pets that are wanting to go for a run in the rain. We just have to get better of not worrying so much about what everyone else thinks, because we create all of these worries and anxieties and thoughts and expectations in ourselves that, to be honest, are just a bunch of mind shit or bullshit or whatever you want to call it, instead of just showing up as who we are and being totally okay with that. The more I admit and embrace the fact that I am a glorious work in progress, the more fun I'm having. I don't have as much of that expectation of myself to have everything perfect like I did before. I used to think that I couldn't share anything until it was totally perfect and ready. And that's just mind shit, because how am I ever going to make it better if I don't share it? How am I ever going to get it right for people if I don't share it first? We can't perfect what we don't start. There was another conversation that was coming up in a group of mine this morning about feeling the pressure of doing certain things a certain way. And I just think we need to set our own rules. We need to remember that we are the boss. If we want to declare pyjama day, then we declare pyjama day. If we want to create something a certain way, even if it doesn't exactly match what's out there and what we're told to do, then that's okay too. We need to create what's right for us so we can deliver it in a way that feels great to us. And this is coming up, I guess, because as I'm working on my Mindshit Academy, there's all these things I should be doing and there's all these things I could be doing, but what's coming out the other side is a blend of everything, but a blend of everything that feels amazing to me, that's going to allow me to show up in my best possible way to help the people that I want to help in a way that resonates with them as well. It's going to be a win-win. I was stalling for a little bit because I kept hearing the mind shit saying, you need to do it this way, you need to do it that way, you need to launch it this way. And part of that is valid, part of that is valid feedback, part of it is just a shit ton of mind shit, trying to keep me small and keep me stuck in the corner and not growing and not evolving. So if you have that chatter going on, if you have that mind shit or that should or that expectation, or you have that fear of showing up as who you really are, pajamas and all, however it may be, haven't had a shower yet, I've got no makeup, I've got bed hair, whatever it is, I don't care anymore. Doing my hair and my makeup and getting a tripod set up so this isn't shaking, at the end of the day, it's not going to make the work that I do on the other side any better or any worse. And I want people to see who I am. And I'm doing this and I'm saying this so you have the permission to show up as who you are in all of your beautiful glory. You are a glorious work in progress. Please embrace that. Please do not think that everything has to be perfect first go. Please do not believe that you are not ready, that you are not capable. You have so much to offer right now, and yet you're holding yourself back. You're hiding out. And I can say that because I do it all the time. I catch myself a little bit sooner these days, and I call my own shit on it. But I want you to know that it's okay to come out of hiding. It's okay to share the first iteration of what your idea is. I had this image come to me yesterday and it was a little bit sad, and if I was an illustrator I'd draw it for you, but I'm not an illustrator. So I'll try and explain it. It was these fields and fields and fields of crosses, like a big massive cemetery, right? But they weren't people, they were ideas. There was rolling hills and, like, as far as the eye could see, of crosses of all the ideas that have never been brought to life because of mind shit, that have never been brought to life because people thought they weren't ready, or it wasn't perfect enough, or they were too scared to say what was really important to them. And it was kind of a sad image, but I thought also an image of potential, of to imagine what the world would be like if we could start to bring some of those ideas back to life. If we could give them a chance that they had to be released into the world, to take on a life of their own. Like, we don't know what our ideas will evolve into until we release them to the world. We have no idea. We cannot think up or dream up their full potential. We can only release them into the world and let them take on a life of their own. Because you will only get the feedback that you need, you will only get the iterations that you need, you will only get that visceral sense or reaction from certain parts of what you're doing once it's live, once it's out there. Okay, we try and think our way into the perfect idea, and it's not possible. So that is my little message to you. My arms are sick of holding this phone. Next time I go live, I might actually get a tripod. My dog is waiting patiently for a run. Or not so patiently, there's lots of coming from her. When the rain stops, I'll take her for a run. But for now, I'm going to enjoy this peace and quiet. I'm going to get my my folder out from yesterday. I have a big Mindset Academy folder that I'm working on at the moment. I created a heap of cool things yesterday that I'm going to put into the Academy. And version 1 will be live before the end of this month. So that's pretty exciting. I gave myself a new deadline. I had fallen for the mindset of I wanted to be all these things. And I've pulled that back to say version 1 will be fine, Tash. Get version 1 out there because I want to help people now with this stuff. I want to help people create stories for growth, because the most important story of all is the one that we tell ourselves. And at the moment, the narrative is pretty shit. And I want to change that. Simple. So I'm going to go make another cup of tea. I'm going to enjoy this serenity. I'm going to listen to the rain. I'm going to let my ideas come out into the world and see what they become. So have an amazing day. I hope this finds you if you need to hear it. And I will talk to you very soon. See ya.